So a while back on my other channel, I made a video talking about what I would want to see in a live action Hollywood Dragon Ball movie. What exactly I want to see. So I've actually updated it a little bit. I've changed my mind on a few things, but first of all, let's go ahead and go with the each segment. What type of movie I want, the story that I want to tell, and other things like production and stuff like that. So first, let's go ahead and talk about if it's a live action movie, what kind of live action movie does it have to be? Well, in my opinion, if it's going to be a live action movie, then it should be something similar to like some of the live action movies that we've been seeing spread up on YouTube. The ones that are with Future Trunks, a Future Trunks movie with Gohan and the androids. Now I feel like this one is beautifully done because all in all, I feel like they have the ethnicities correct. Now, hear me out. Bulma is Caucasian in this movie, in the film, and Gohan is Asian, of Asian descent. I'm not exactly sure what kind, whether he's Korean, Chinese, Japanese. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know, but he's Asian, and he's a little dark too. So it might be like Vietnamese, maybe Cambodian or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. But then you have Kid Trunks, or Trunks in the Future Trunks timeline, and he looks like he's mixed. He's either mixed, white and mixed Asian. I think it's perfect. That's perfect to have as portraying the Saiyans. The Saiyans, I feel like, should be of Asian descent. Goku should be Asian, Vegeta should be Asian. They need to be Asian. Bulma and some of the other more Caucasian looking characters, I feel like they should be Caucasian. And then characters like Trunks and Gohan and Goten, those characters should be mixed looking, half white, half Asian. Those are my thoughts on the whole live action thing. Now in this film, also Android 18 and 17 obviously were Caucasian. That's fine. You keep them Caucasian. They have blue eyes. 18 has blonde hair, blue eyes, so that actually fits the bill. Other characters like would have to be done respectfully, like Piccolo. I feel Piccolo, he would be all right if he was Caucasian, but at the same time, I could also see him being played as an African American or black guy. I could see him being played as that. So his way, he can go either way. They have other characters like that need to be done respectfully, like Mr. Popo, more likely a CGI character, a couple other CGI characters. So you'd have to go that route when you go with a live action movie. Now the other take on it could be a CGI movie or a more like a CG kids movie kind of thing, like Pixar or DreamWorks, I think is the other one. So you could do it that way too, and at that point you can do whatever you want. But if it is going to be done that way, I feel like bringing back the voices, for the English voices at least, should be the main priority. You should have Christopher Sabat, you should have the voice of Goku and Vegeta and a couple other ones. So you need to have Sean Schemmel, I think is the voice of Goku. I believe is the voice of Goku. That's what you need to have when it comes to a live action, or not a live action, but a cartoon Pixar-esque type of thing, because you need to have the actual, feel of it. So going into story, there's two different things that I could think of. One, have a trilogy that retells Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, all the sagas. Saiyan, Frieza, Android, Boo. Here's how you do it. You're gonna end up cutting out things. What you do is you craft the story to make it a brand new story, but also making it so it follows the concept. So you have to shorten it up, obviously, because you can't have this be more than like 2 hours at minimum, or maximum, I mean. So what you need is you need to have a story like, say, the Saiyan saga. From the beginning of the Saiyan saga, have it be Raditz comes down, fights Goku and Piccolo. You can even have that be kind of like a flashback of Goku as he's speeding off to face off against Vegeta and Nappa. You could have that. Then you could have the whole fight with Vegeta and Nappa, and then have it be like, have time skips in the movie. It's gonna be a little bit hard to make this, but you can, and ultimately ending with the destruction of planet Namek. That would be cool. Or if you wanted to have the Saiyan saga be something like a flashback thing, and then focus on the Frieza saga. This one's gonna be a little bit harder to do but to get all of Dragon Ball, you need to have this. Then you can have the second movie start with Trunks defeating Frieza, telling Goku about the heart disease in the future and stuff, and then skipping all the way to fighting the androids. Make sure you have Cell coming back and being right off the bat, going through to the absorption of both androids and having Cell come out and not wait 10 days but wait like a little bit less than that, or time skip it to where it's Cell facing off against the characters, and that could be a really intense story. Have it end with Gohan defeating Cell. Then for the third and last movie, you can have it start off from when they're about to go into the tournament and Goku comes for the day, all the way till they defeat Kid Buu. That's a pretty good time lapse. So to have a trilogy, you really would need to incorporate all this stuff and not make it feel all jingled and tight and jumbled up like Avatar. What you could do also is focus 3 movies on one saga and then tell basically it in its entirety. But I feel like coming up with something new and mixing it together in some sort of interesting way, I feel like that is better than having it focus on one whole thing. Or what you could have is you could have a brand new story. Now I'm not exactly sure where the story is going to be, but it could be a brand new story that takes place, I would assume, somewhere in the space that we don't have, like stories that have not been told between maybe Z and Super or something in Super. I mean, we've seen the success of brand new stories in just Battle of Gods, Resurrection of F, and the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games, where a brand new story could be a lot better than just rehashing something that has already been done. So you can also go that route. And then toward the end of this, I normally would be that the soundtrack has to be, in my opinion, Bruce Falconer's score. I'm going to change it a little bit because not only has the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Super swayed me on some of its themes, and some of the music has been amazing, especially pertaining to the Black Goku and Future Trunks arc. But I feel like now what they can do is they can make brand new music, but something to the effect of the Black Goku arc, and maybe a little mixtures of Bruce Falconer's score, a little bit in there at least at minimum, and that would be probably the best way to go when it comes to the whole the two sides. So that would be where I would go, and those are definitely the options that we have when it comes to a live action Dragon Ball movie, which we might get, seeing as how popular Dragon Ball is going to become. I'm hoping that it just shoots up 100% tenfold in popularity once Dragon Ball Super comes out in English, and hopefully they put it somewhere like where kids are going to watch it in Cartoon Network or something like that, or maybe even hopefully in Toonami. But I'm hoping in like Adult Swim or Cartoon Network, because not a lot of people are going to stay up that late to watch it, but more than likely it will end up on Toonami. So there you go. I feel like the popularity is going to skyrocket, and it's just going to keep getting higher and higher. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like what you see here, and if you like what I've said, go ahead and drop me a like, please. I thank you, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.